and welcome to World's Toughest Row Atlantic 2024 for a very rainy arrival with ocean waves. Mark is coming into the finish line, powering in through the squall. 11th team to arrive in this year's race, Ocean Waves. Mark Jermicay. Oh, he's putting it all in to get in. Absolutely fantastic. Welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining us live here in English Harbour in Antigua. After 3,000 miles of ocean rowing, Botswanan Mark is coming in. World's Toughest Row Atlantic 2024. This is the arrivals, and all of his friends, family and fans are up on the fort screaming him in. I'm Charlotte, your live reporter, and he is moments away from the finish line. Keep your messages of support coming in.
Come on, boy, you're a star. Come on.
He started rowing the Atlantic on the 11th of December, and he is the first solo rower to cross the finish line in the World's Toughest Row Atlantic 2024. And the flares on. Just see the flare there in the background.
You made it, Mark. Well done.
Wow.
Yeah.
His
Good
family
job,
are
Mark.
up there. His mom, his wife, his sister, they're all up there cheering him in. He's coming in 11th out of 38 teams who started the race. 36 teams still in the race. 2 of them left, are safely back on land, but had to come in for safety and technical reasons. As for Mark, absolutely resilient. They're cheering. They're giving him his hip hip hoorays. Mark Jermicay, 43 days on the Atlantic Ocean, an absolutely stonking performance from Mark, aka Jerm. The first person from Botswana attempting to row across any ocean. First solo to arrive this year. He toyed with Scholarship, the pairs team who came in just last night. He was toying with them for 2 weeks. 2 weeks ago he was toying with them, and they just had to put their foot down to get in ahead of him. They weren't having it. Competition, game on. Far too competitive to let a solo arrive ahead of them. But boy, did Mark really challenge them. I'm wondering if he's actually slept. Did you sleep last night, Mark? No. No, he didn't sleep. 18 hours a day on the boards was his schedule. He chose not to heat up any food because it was a faff. It took too much time. So he pretty much lived on oats. A lover of water sports, river and sea paddling, kayaking, surf skiing, as well as mountain biking and running. He loved the challenge. 2 flares.
Well done, Mark. Well done. You did it.
Yes!
Yeah, you did it. Oh, yeah. You did it.
Careful! I'm still celebrating. Outstanding.
There we go. Come on, Mark.
Amazing. Amazing.
Woo!
Yes, Mark!
Come on, Mark. Yeah. Good job, Mark. You did it.
Mark Emotion Race.
3,000 miles, Mark.
Woo-hoo! From Botswana in southern Africa, Mark is 52. A man of positivity, a man of resilience, thrives when things get tough. His strength, his focus, his determination, not to mention stubborn persistence. Woo! So his family tell me. That's what got him flying into the harbour just now. He was inspired by South African adventurer Peter Van Ketz when he did the Atlantic Challenge back in 2008 as a pair, 2010 solo. Now, Mark Jermicay is owning his life and proving the impossible is indeed possible. In his boat, a D12, designed and built by Mark Slats, who won this year's race with Team Row for Cancer. It's a fast boat, it's a light boat, even lighter because Mark took hardly anything on board. I think you had food for what? How many days?
85 days, but
He started to get fat, he said. His boat's name.
I reduced my food intake because I was getting fat.
What?
So good, my food. PDM.
Said his food was so good he had to reduce his food intake. But they need to have about 8,000 to 10,000 calories a day just to support the amount of exertion that they're putting themselves through. His boat is named Dan Dan, named after Mark's late father, who was a keen adventurer and always supported the adventures of his children. Mark spent much of his time in his dad's workshop when he was growing up, making and fixing things. Very resourceful. Super yachts blaring out in the background. His dad's motto was "Don't try, just do it," which reminds me of Star Wars as Yoda when he said a message to the negative Luke Skywalker, try not, do or do not. There is no try. Well, there is no try in Mark. Papa Dan would be very proud to know he's taken your advice and he's only gone and done it. That is from. Yeah. Keep your messages of support coming in, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us live here in English Harbour for the arrival of Ocean Waves coming all the way from Botswana. Mark is now going to row himself into Nelson's dockyard, as you can see there behind him. And we are going to go in ahead. Now, we're not going anywhere. We're staying on the live. We're going to put up a holding video. And then in a few minutes, and I tell you, it's only going to be a few because this man knows how to row a boat and fly a boat. So stick around. We're going to watch him as he steps onto land for the first time, his first regrounding with Mother Earth, although he's been doing that on the ocean, in 43 days. So we'll see you shortly in a bit. Welcome back to the arrival of Ocean Waves in the World's Toughest Row Atlantic 2024, our 11th team to arrive.
He's turning. Mark's starting. He's turning. 3,000 away. 11 hours. Now here saving time in English Harbour. Once again, make some noise for Ocean Waves. No.
Family, super emotional, waiting for him.
For the first time in the race history, flying a Botswana flag on an ocean rowing boat. Welcome to Antigua, Mark.
Mark Jermicay, better known as Germ, from Botswana.
Last 10 meters of the 3,000 miles.
He's rowing for his own foundation, Bushways Foundation, developed on the back end of Mark's tourism business in Botswana being devastated by the pandemic. Mark founded the foundation, working in rural communities to support the people of Botswana and its wilderness with a focus on early childhood learning and creating a positive impact through sustainable development. He has absolutely loved his life. And the rain is coming down.
To the audience, a little wave doesn't matter. You haven't worked 3,000 miles across the Atlantic Ocean, so stay around. It's only a little shower.
A nice shower for Mark, I'm sure, after the very salty 43 days he's had. Sorry about the umbrella.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ocean Waves.
Absolutely living his best life. He was off to a super fast start. First solo
For
try.
the first time in the race history, we got a Ocean Wave from Botswana. Anybody has had a Botswana flag on it. Anybody.
Got straight into first position when he came out of the marina.
Nice to see Mark step on land. I think that was a yes. Mark, watch me.
First solo all the way across.
Welcome to Antigua.
His mum patiently waiting her turn.
And Mom, how are you? Amazing.
His sister, who supported his social media the whole way across.
It's amazing.
He's spotting the other fleet members, the teams that have already arrived.
Yeah, I haven't seen anybody before. I saw a few people on the yacht. Take that in a bit. Wow, there's just like so many people. Right, it's time to step onto the podium. It can be a bit wobbly. And to the audience, thank you for staying around. I told you it was a little shower. So,
Congratulations.
thank you very much. What a day we have had, and looking at the yellow brick tracker all night, and just waiting for you to come here, Mark. You have made history. First boat with the Botswana flag on. You started your journey 11th December last year in La Gomera. You're now here, safe and sound in English Harbor after 43 days, 7 hours and 21 minutes. We have a certificate of achievement from fellow ocean rower Kevinia here, also Finnish officer, and a goodie bag from Antigua Barbuda. And not only are you the first one to arrive with a Botswana flag on, you are also the winner of the solo club. It's no secret, Mark, when you came down to La Gomera, prepared your boat, you had something special inside, and your goal was to do very well in the race. And indeed you have. It's been a tricky year weather-wise. I've heard Ian's head safety officer telling one of the teams you could probably take off 7 days of your arrival time in a normal year. I think that goes the same with you. It's been incredible to follow you. 10. Maybe 10 months. Tell us a little bit about how it made you feel that, you know, you had a goal, you have fulfilled it, you being the first solo boat here, but weather was a bit tricky this year.
The weather was, Mother Nature really tested us. She gave us a north wind, a south wind, a west wind, and no wind. And in the last 500 nautical miles, she gave us proper wind. And that was really a nice treat. So she made up for it.
When you signed up to the World Cups role, you obviously didn't know exactly what you were going into. Have it lived up to its name?
Absolutely, you guys rock. Unbelievable organization, unbelievable everything. It's just amazing what you guys have put together and how you do it. And experience on the road. It's called the world's toughest road for a reason, because it was tough. But it was good.
And you have done a lot of tough things, I know. So, one, obviously being tough out there, there's also beautiful moments. Tell us a little about some of the most beautiful moments out there.
I think the moment that stands out the most is it was I think 2 days ago, I was surfing waves, and I had a small whale come next to me and was surfing with me on my right and then on my left. I don't know if it was two different whales or it was the same one, but I only saw one at a time, and it's like it stayed with me for maybe 45 minutes. I did first think it was a marlin, so I gave it a few choice words and said I'd make it a skewer with my oar and use some barbecue sauce, but it wasn't. It was just a little whale. It was so good.
For those not knowing, marlins and ocean roes have a special relationship. They are beautiful, but they can also be dangerous because they can do some marlin. We have had some marlin strikes this year for a few teams, so they need to stay in distance. So 43 days out there, you have done so many incredible things in your life. Any thoughts about new adventures in the coming future?
We'll settle this one down a little bit first, and then we'll see. I've got about a 30-day mountain bike event that I would like to do. It's a traverse through South Africa over the mountains and things. So, yeah, that might be next.
Botswana, what do you want to say to the people back home in Botswana about taking on a challenge?
Yeah, well, hopefully I've inspired the people back at home. We're a landlocked country. We're a big country, but very small population. We only have 2.7 million people. And I hope I've inspired some. We've raised some really good funds for the foundation, so hopefully we can build some pre-primary school. Thank you. Yeah. So hopefully it's enough to build that, and we can build the next generation. And education is so important, especially at the pre-primary level.
Nice words. A big applause for Mark. Final question for me is, what do you look forward to here on dry land? Besides that.
I don't know. It was quite peaceful on the boat. This is quite noisy. Not sure. Probably a hot meal. I haven't had one yet. So, all my food is it's actually liquid driven. It's not cooked or prepared. You just add water and drink it. So.
And the reason for that was because you didn't want to spend too much time on preparing food. You wanted to row, yeah?
Absolutely. No, I don't want to waste time on that. It's also the way they do the food, it's like nearly pre-digested. So you can just drink it and then you can immediately row afterwards. You don't have like a heavy gut or anything. And it's really, really good and nutritious. I actually had to slow down. I was going to get fat.
We can have that. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it all here. Mark just said it's a bit noisy here. Let's prove him right with a big, big hip hip hooray. Mark Ocean Waves, 43 days, 7 hours and 21 minutes. Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! Well done, Mark. It's been an absolute honor to wear your bracelet here in the Botswana Colors. Now we have a live interview on YouTube with Charlotte. After that, fresh food and drinks and back with the family. But first, over to Charlotte.
Come on down
To
here.
the audience, thank you so much for coming down here to Nelson's Courtyard.
Like his legs don't work.
Straight now.
Standing up straight.
Absolutely phenomenal. Hold on. Are you holding on?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, things will keep moving for a little bit longer. That's okay though. Just like you stood up during your flares,
Yeah.
amazing. Your legs will come back very quickly.
Yeah.
So I heard, and I don't know how true this is, but I heard you were drinking chilled water on the boat.
Yeah.
How did you do that?
It's an old bushman trick. There's my bottle there. So it's got a special fabric that it wraps around the bottle, and you wet that fabric, and as it evaporates, it cools the water down.
Amazing. Because one of the things that all the rowers often complain about is not having cold drinks.
Yeah, they need to come from Botswana, and I've learned it.
They need to find you on your bushway safari, huh?
Absolutely.
There you go. Future ocean rowers, you heard it here first. What do you think you're going to miss the most about about your experience out there?
Probably the peace. It was so peaceful. It's just you alone, Mother Nature, the boat, and yeah, it was just amazingly peaceful. And the ocean's full of energy. It's amazing. It's always got something going on, even just in the waves themselves. It's quite unique. So I think I'll miss that quite a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else unexpected happened out there for you other than the whale popping up?
Well, my rudder failed, so that was a bit of a story I had to fix. I got washed overboard um, quite early on.
And that's where tethering on is very important.
Yeah, luckily, because it did pull tight. I've never had it pull tight before. I've gone over before, but never pulled tight. So
Wow.
that was good. I I don't know. I have to digest a bit and then.
Yeah, of course. There's a moment to reflect, of course.
Yeah.
One last question. What do you feel you learned about yourself during that?
But I'm quite fun to be around on my own.
I like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good company for yourself.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah.
You looked like you had an absolutely amazing time. You've got friends, family, followers from back home watching. Anything you'd like to say to them?
Just all the support has been unbelievable. My sister's been relaying it through to me. It sounds like all over the world there's been support and encouragement and everything. And then we did a 300 club, so I wanted people to do 10% of the distance that I've done in some form of activity. And to be part of that club, they had to put a little donation into the foundation. And I believe that's done really, really well. And the guys, well, it's their last day today. So I hope they did a double effort.
There you go, because you did coming in. And what about your inspiration, Peter Van Kess? Anything you'd like to say to him?
Pete, you're a legend, boy, because you didn't have a boat like mine, all carbon fiber and doesn't weigh a hell of a lot. And I think you did it in 70 odd days in a wooden boat that was probably 4 times the weight. The nutrition's changed, the training's changed, even the oars have changed, everything has changed in these days. But thanks for the inspiration. Thanks for giving me the dream. And finally, here I am.
And here you are.
15 years later.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
what a ride. Thank you
nice.
for letting us follow your journey.
Yeah.
Enjoy your time in Antigua. Enjoy your family. I know
A
them.
huge thank you to all my sponsors as well. They've, without them, this wouldn't be possible. So we've got Eurosteel. They support so many athletes within South Africa. PBM with the food, unbelievable food. It was really beyond my expectations. I mean, I still this morning woke up, made my meal, and ate it gladly. There's no it's still.
Well, we've got one of those prepared for you, so
Really?
you'll enjoy that now, won't you?
Perfect.
I'm joking. You can have a fresh meal. Thank you, Mark.
Yeah.
Take care. Enjoy your family. Your wife is eagerly waiting for you.
Yeah, thanks. Let's go.
Lots of people waiting to speak to him. I just want to show you that bottle that he was talking about, his water bottle. Look, it's there. That's the fabric that he was talking about. It's wrapped around. Looks like a fleece. Interesting stuff. So I'm sure you can have a chat with Mark at some point, future ocean rowers, if you want to find out more about how to have a chilled drink on an ocean row. 11 teams in, 25 to go. 5 of those are coming in tomorrow.
And 5 head out of the island area. We first have to pass by fellow ocean rowers. So let's give a big applause, not only to Mark, but to all of them. A big applause. Come on, guys.
Fellow fleet members, it's always lovely when they get to see each other when they come in quite close together so they can compare notes about that time on the ocean. Everybody experienced it the same way.
Also, stay tuned for tomorrow. We have a busy day in the dock with 5 arrivals from the morning to the evening. So stay tuned on our social media to see the ETAs for 5 arrivals tomorrow.
Just as race director Carsten said, 5 arrive. Busy day tomorrow. The 12th one is looking like the Mayflower, but it could be Atlantic Fusion. And there's also awesome Army educators. They were looking great too. Lessons from a boat and Ocean Empower. Busy day. Friday, the 24th of January. It looked like it was going to be from about 6 a.m. But if it's really competition on, it could be even earlier. So set your timers. Keep an eye on the tracker. Keep an eye on our social media. We'll keep you updated as times change. If you haven't done so already, make sure you download the YB Races app. Look for World Surface Row Atlantic 2024. When you get into the app, go to the leaderboard. You'll see all the teams. You click on a team. Details of that team will come up. Make sure you change your VMG start to VMG recent. The VMG start gives you the average estimated time of arrival based on the speed that they've done across the ocean. But the VMG recent will give you the absolute exact estimation of their arrival time. It changes depending on their speed, depending on the conditions. So keep an eye on that. And it gets quite exciting to be a member of the Dot Watchers community. As for now, enjoy your day and we'll see you tomorrow.